Hello everybody and welcome. My name is Ketchup.
My name is Mustard.
And you are watching the ESL Premiership Roundup powered by Windows 10 and Omen by HP.
So, week 3 of League of Legends in the ESL Premiership has concluded, where we saw ESL Esports take on Team Pariah and Cyclone face off against M&M Gaming. And, as always, we're going to take a closer look at these matches.
Game number 1 in the series would see ESL take the victory at 31 minutes. There were moments of hope for Pariah multiple times throughout the match, but a timid approach and lack of confidence in those engages meant that ESL would come off better in fights and push on ahead. Game number 2 would be relatively even for the first 20 minutes, but once again, ESL would get the ball rolling and tidy things up and secure themselves a second victory.
M&M Gaming versus Cyclone would be a different story altogether. The first match was incredibly dominant for M&M, with an inhibitor going down, a kill count of 15 and a gold lead of 13k by the 20-minute mark. It would only take a couple extra minutes to finish what they started and seize the first game. In incredibly clean and efficient fashion, M&M would take control of the match early on for game number 2, reminding us all why they are the last season's champions and comfortably claiming their second win of the evening.
So as always, that was only half of what happened this week in League of Legends. Here is Munchables to take you through the rest.
The first match of the week was Bulldog Esports up against Enclave Gaming. Things were looking good for Enclave after grabbing themselves a slight early lead, but it was too good to be true. And skirmish after skirmish eventually led to an 18-minute quadra kill from Fax as he swept up the fight. With that, Bulldog were in a very comfortable position, and in the end, with more kills than minutes on the clock, the first game ended with BDG sweeping up a team fight in Enclave space. The second game was a much closer affair. Enclave managed to repeat their early lead once again with some strong early team play, but it was countered just 5 minutes later with a very similar bot lane play from Bulldog. Fast forward 15 minutes and Baron was on the cards, both teams fighting tooth and nail with a very even scoreline, but Bradtech was late to the party and without the enemy mid laner, Enclave took control. Using that Baron, Enclave gained a vice-like grip on the map, taking 2 inhibitors and more neutral objectives. The final fight showed great synergy between Range Expire and Beely and meant the series ended up 1 game apiece. Now, it wouldn't be the ESL Premiership without somebody popping off on Lee Sin, and this time it was the Sankers show. The currently undefeated top team Zenex took on GLB in dominant fashion for the first game, winning out the lanes with pure mechanical skill and happily rolling that into the mid game. With both carries having a full stomach, the first game was over in a mere 22 minutes. Game 2, however, was a very different story, as the underdogs of GLB proved their strength in the early game, with Vrow's Syndra rinsing Backlund in the laning phase. This lead wasn't insurmountable though, and Zenex showed excellent team play in the mid-game teamfights, meaning Backlund could just sweep up the kills and neutralize his gold deficit. Over the next 15 minutes, the story got worse for GLB as Zenex roamed around the map, out-rotating their foes and taking whatever they wanted. After winning a 4 versus 5 fight, Zenex had what it took to brute force the victory and take the series overall with a 2-0.
So, let's take a quick look at our current standings. Let's not forget first and second place being the most important by far, as they are the positions that secure a spot in the finals. Right now we have Zenex comfortably sitting at number 1 with their 9 points and ESL Esports underneath them with 7.
Now I think on the opposite end of the spectrum, the first match we have to look forward to is going to be Pariah versus GLB. Now Pariah looking kind of bleak for those guys at this point. Unfortunately, are yet to score a single point in the Prem. However, GLB, although they're sitting at 1, if they do manage to win this upcoming match 2-0, it's going to bump them up to 4. And that's going to put them in the same running as Cyclone and Enclave. So definitely not completely out of hope if they manage to secure that one.
Well, from one side of the leaderboard to the other, we have Zenex facing off against ESL Esports, which is going to be a bit of a clash of the titans so far. Not really super imperative that either team sweeps this 2-0. They can afford a draw if they want to, but if Zenex can secure a 2-0 victory and bag themselves a chunk of extra points, they're basically putting themselves in the best possible position to basically secure a spot in the finals, or at the very least make themselves very hard to overtake.
Now, I think the third match that I want to talk about is Cyclone versus Enclave. Now, Cyclone is a team, they've had a lot of hype surrounding them. I think it's come from some of their earlier victories in the Prem. However, I think one thing we can't underestimate or overlook is the fact that Enclave and Cyclone are actually tied in points currently. The interesting thing about this matchup is that I think Enclave are the ones that really need to win this, because they're yet to face off against M&M and they're yet to face off against XL. If they can't secure any points this week, it's going to be kind of hard for them to get further points with these two sort of Titan teams that they're yet to face. So definitely an important win this week if they can take it.
Well, we'll find out how they will go in the weeks to come, but for now, that is all from us. Thank you very much for watching. This has been the ESL Premiership Roundup, powered by Windows 10 and Omen by HP. Enjoy this week's matches.